It's so colorful in the office. It's like a rainbow just went kabam right through here. Bring the audience. Chris is gonna bring you guys right into the set because it's gonna be amazing. See how hard Chris has to work setting up the camera, the second camera there. Hi, second camera. How are you? Grab that lens and be like, ah. Hey, but the good thing is we're moving a lot faster now, so I super appreciate and really thank Chris for helping me out doing all the stuff. This is hard work, guys. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Brickmeupscottie. I'm Scottie. You're watching BMUSSSSS. Today we're looking at Keeppley. If you haven't watched already my older videos, Keeppley has been doing some crazy stuff, man. This is kind of like deja vu all over again. Didn't we just review this house? No, actually we reviewed the one over here, which is pretty similar. If you haven't watched my Oxford block review of the Crayon Shin Chan house, go watch that here. And then we can compare it to this. And I'll pull out both sets later so you can compare both of them. Both are authorized, licensed. What is going on? You know, this one is like the Matrix, the original Matrix. This one's like Matrix Resurrection. I don't know if it's gonna be better or if it's gonna be worse. So stay tuned and wait for this one. Before that, we're gonna look at these two little sets. So it's a Crayon Shin Chan Japanese anime video today. Yay! So what we're looking at here is from Keeppley, and this is Crayon Shin Chan's living room. K20606. They do not specify how many pieces. This is a lot like the Doraemon one that I reviewed. Simply awesome. And I have the box here for you. Keeppley's designs on the boxes are great. I know a lot of you guys want to keep these boxes, but trust me, man, during these hard times, shipping and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of crazy to send these with boxes. It does cost a lot. You know, you can get this anywhere you want to get it. But if you buy it from us, Brickmeupscottie.com, you know, you're getting love. You're getting me feeling your sets, giving it a good kiss before it gets sent to you. Anyway, here's the box. It looks just fine. It's awesome. And the back there. And sometimes these things get damaged too while they're getting transported from the factory. Damn it. Anyway, that's the box. Very simple stuff. Here's the book. And as you can see down here, yes. Stop complaining, yo. This is licensed, right? No, it's a knockoff, Scottie. It's wrong. Easy to read. Yeah, this room you'll be done in like 20 minutes, man. Fast to put together. Everything is printed. There are no stickers. And if you get the big house, you might be able to like use a lot of these pieces inside the house. And there are going to be some items that do repeat inside the house as well. If I do a little quick rotation, it's nice and open. Yeah, it's only 2 walls. It is actually raised up on the bottom there. We'll come to this side first. Nice window. Nice look, nice color with the flowers there. Yeah, I kind of like the whole blue-orange color to it. I love how they do the sliding door too, because it's like so easy to use, and the function they did it in was like, oh, it's not in the way, it doesn't swing open. Chris loves this door so much, he wants me to open it and close it for you guys like that. Oh, so pretty, so smooth. Yeah, that design is actually really good. So they're using these pieces and like the rails. We've seen that before, but I don't know, something about how they did it and implemented it into here is nice. And I like the little window pieces on top as well. Yeah, that's cool, man. I can do this all day. So it does come with a couple of figures, and they are not typical figures that you would see from your favorite guys. They are totally different, especially Crayon Shin Chan. His body's like totally different shape, out of proportion. I'm all for that. I think they look great because they have a anime look to it. The only loose piece is that soccer ball. That thing, you're gonna lose that piece real fast. There are little studs all over the place, you see, behind the table there. So you can sit your own figures down or stand them everywhere there. And look at all the tiles scattered around. That is awesome, man. You got a clock up here, picture of a fish. I'm like, I recognize that. That's because you're gonna see it in the other set. As I mentioned, some of the tiles will repeat. The TV is cool, and the TV stand as well. And look, it has this function. So the remote is actually a button. There is a brick built system inside which uses batteries. Damn, man. So if you guys order this, sometimes I might have to take out the batteries. Nice little addition. It's not music playing, it's the guy laughing on TV, which is really cool. So even if you're not a fan of Crayon Shin Chan, because I'm not a huge fan of this part, I know who he is, but I've never watched this cartoon. But for me, to have this kind of Japanese look and theme to it, I'm all for this. I think it looks amazing. And you got some oranges. I'll say it one more time. Everything on the set is printed, okay? There are no stickers on this thing. You got a mug there. Hey, is that the Japanese anime, the girl on the cover? Yes, that's Spirited Away? Yes. Yeah, Chris says that's Spirited Away. If you haven't watched any of the Studio Ghibli films, go watch them. There are a couple of sets that we sell that are Studio Ghibli. I had the bathhouse. Chris is like, you gotta finish the bathhouse. Maybe that's a hint that Keeppley is gonna do those kind of sets. That'd be amazing. Anyway, the bathhouse is about this big and this high. It's super, super huge. Here's a closer look at the TV stand with that guy going, yeah! I guess that's Crayon's favorite cartoon. So the soccer ball is a loose piece, but also the duck, he was sitting somewhere in the set. But there he is, the rubber ducky. You got that. On the side, you got his backpack, lots of like, I guess those are magazines or drawings. Got some crayons on the floor. Great idea, man. It just looks like a kid's room. There's Crayon. Or it's might as well look at him right there. Printing is totally fine on these guys, but yeah, they're not quite figures, right? So his hand can't hold anything. And each one of these sets is like slightly different from like expression and what they wear. And right next to him is supposed to be like a pile of clothes. There's the hot mom, sorry. Your hairpiece is really good though. Yeah, she looks cute. I like her. Now behind her is that box. We gotta look at that box, man. These are probably my favorite tiles inside this toy box. I guess you're gonna have like a robot guy there, which is really cool. But the next one is amazing. That is Godzilla. Now look at his ass. I don't know, man. I smiled when I saw that. I'm like, I love this thing so much. And then the other items inside is just like a baseball bat and a couple of tiles, like illusions that those are toys. And beside the box, there's a little toy rocket. And the last thing there is just a flower. Pink roses, so pretty, on the windowsill. We must inspect this TV, okay? So if I take this out here, remove this, there you go. How to change the batteries on this? Yeah, you gotta use freaking small screwdrivers. So that's Crayon's living room. It's time to look at the next one before we go to the big house. Here we go. So now we're looking at Keeppley's Crayon Shin Chan school bus K20605. Here is the box again. Nice presentation. Very simple stuff. There you go. Showing you that it's all authorized right there. And yeah, it's the same size as the other one. We don't need to see that anymore. Here is the manual. Same dealio, except on the back, there he is in class. And just to show you one of the pages, it's easy to read. Keeppley is pretty straightforward to follow. Before you get your panties in a bunch, don't worry. I know Oxford Block has this too. I think we still have one in stock here, I'm not sure. But this is totally different design. I looked at the two, compared them. They're totally different. It's the same kind of school bus that Crayon Shin Chan rides. Like Oxford one might be a little bit bigger. First thing about the school bus, it's all prints. Actually, every set, all three of these sets are all prints, man. There are absolutely zero stickers. That is an awesome print of the cat's face. It's like a cat bus, right? Pink cat bus. I love the ears. The design, everything's totally fine. This is a super sturdy set. But there's the front right there. Nice big glass window, you can see straight through. And they use bicycle handlebars here for the rear view mirrors. It's a pretty simple design. This one's not too complex. There's the side of the bus for you. I'll just make sure you use the right brick pieces so the slants are going in the right way. Show you the back side. It has a little tail right there. For those of you who'd like to see underneath the bus, there you go. Very simple. Okay, so the bad thing about the bus is that there are no doors. So you're wondering, how can we get inside? If you look on this side as well. Yeah, it has an illusion of a door there. Or you're thinking, oh, maybe it doesn't have enough space inside. It does open up in a very unique and nice way. This opens up and goes, yeah, boy. Look at that. It's all opened up. You know what's cool too is you can technically take this piece off and just make it like a little convertible bus to be like, yee-hoo. There's a top-down view for you guys. There's some little items scattered along there. You got like a helmet along the back and a printed like comic book of that guy that we saw earlier and a printed piece of a bag there. You can fit 3 characters in here, maybe a little bit more. And there is the dashboard, the steering wheel, and the joystick. It's fairly basic stuff, and you know, that's about it. I love how it's like super colorful. It really is like a rainbow inside. Orange chairs, green chairs, yellow dashboard, very primary. very kitty-like. Now it's time to look at the figures. So as I mentioned, Crayon Shin Chan is the same color, but his mouth and expression is like enjoying this bus ride. Okay, so we got this guy. I'm not quite sure if he looks more like a teacher or if he's the bus driver. Printing is actually really good on him. It's just, yeah, they're not figures, but they do have studs underneath the feet so he can just sit or stand on a stud. Can't quite sit down. Leg can bend, but he's not going to hold on to anything when he sits. For this case, I'm just going to make him the bus driver. I'm going to put him there. Oh, Chris just told me he's the school principal.
Yeah. School principal.
So where's the bus driver? We have no bus driver.
And you know, the suit he wears is Gucci.
What kind of a principal wears Gucci, man?
But Gucci just released this suit. But exactly same.
Inspired by him?
I don't know, man. People
looks the same. So that is the school principal driving the bus. And you got this little kid here. Dude, he looks kind of scary. He's the best friend?
Not best friend, but popular.
The popular boy. Black eyes, dude. Yeah, kind of spooky. Yeah. Oh, it's interesting as well to let you know, guys know that the feet can actually kind of pop off the legs. And they only fit in one way. Just so you know. Yeah, we're inside the bus. He's going to drive to the last location. You guys have been waiting for this. Here we go. Boom. Now for the grand finale. We're looking at Keeppley's Crayon Shin Chan's house. K20612. This is absolutely massive. This is a big box. This thing weighs a ton, man. And here's the back of the box. A lot of neat little features, which we're going to see in a second. Here's the Bible. This thing is like super thick, man. This thing weighs a ton too. Simple and easy to read, same deal. The back here is pretty cute. There's the family. Here's just one of the many hundreds of pages. Easy to follow, easy to read, so I do like that. Keeppley. So are you guys finished watching the Oxford Block one? You know, if you haven't, make sure you watch that because we want to see a direct comparison of this. What do I think personally? This is a lot bigger. We'll do a comparison in a bit. It's one of those things where it's based on the anime. It's the same house, same look, same design. It is very similar, I have to say, with the rooftop part. Kind of matches the rooftop of the Oxford one. But there are a lot of differences in design as well. There's a huge price difference, by the way. Oxford is from Korea. It's like double the price of this one. Most of you guys will probably be able to afford this one. So this is your chance to get the set from us. Brickmeupscottie.com. Just get it. It is still pretty pricey, even from the original brand. Chris was trying to buy it on his own too, and he's like, dude, it's like the same price, man. If you buy it from us or anywhere else. It's licensed, so they had to pay for that. And, you know, but it's still cheaper than Oxford Block. What do I think of both? In the end, I'll let you know which one I like better, okay? As I said, if you're not into the Japanese anime and the cartoon, but you still want a Japanese-styled home, or you want a modern-looking house, this is great to have. It is big, though. It's massive. Dude, I'm scared to do dimensions on this. I'm kind of scared to drop this one, too. But there's the front there, just to give you an overview. You got the garage. There is no vehicle with this set. You're gonna have to use a school bus. The other one does come with a car. The window and the vents, it's really similar to Oxford style, but the design and the look is different. Same, but different. Here's the side. This part is like, oh, it's really close, man. But I feel like the set overall is definitely bigger. There's a lot more stuff going on the inside. Come to the back here. Pretty plain. Plain Jane, plain walls. I feel like they did use some big panels. To me, that's kind of like a little bit cheating. It's like not really feeling like you're a brick. Sometimes they do that, but I'll let it slide. It's such an amazing set, man. Please, if you have a chance to get the set, I would still highly recommend it. Okay, there's the other side there. We'll get into the details in a bit. I'll swing it back here and be like, yeah, all right. It also does come with the whole family. We'll look at them in a bit. I guess the bad thing about the set is that the walls are a little bit flimsy on the outside. They can pop off pretty easy. This is pretty secure here, like the little garage. You can angle it in a different way. This one is much more stable than the Oxford one. And this opens up fine and easy. And you got a little pipe right there, pink pipe next to the front door. Yeah, this part opens up nicely. The front door is a little bit loose. Here's the post box. It's very tiny and small, and this, I guess that's the address. But again, yeah, these pieces can kind of flop off, and this as well, so you have to be careful with that. And just like the last set, you got the sliding door here, so that moves, opens and closes smoothly. And I guess this is like a vent part. This is a printed piece. But yeah, that's very close to the other one. So you got the backyard here and the doggy. There's the pet, yay! I don't know his name, sorry, I don't watch the cartoon. There's the doghouse. You know, it's really small.
小白 little white.
Subak, his name is Subak, Chris said. That's the Cantonese of white, little white. Little white, little white. Sorry, that's how good I am with this cartoon. There's just like an area here to hang your clothes, I guess, and a little water. I think that's supposed to be like a little water bowl for him, something like that. Here's a nice little window right there, the little garden underneath it. Very simple stuff. Thank goodness, no crazy flowers to put together for this part. The only thing left is, you know, this, like I said, the wall comes off like super easy. Take this part off here and show you. There is a step here, and there's a little air conditioning vent. That's it, nothing else. All right, you guys, now it's time to dissect this thing. This is where it actually starts to get really different. The floor plan is kind of the same, but the way this comes off is a lot different. So we're gonna just take off this piece first. It's all connected to this rooftop. So you're gonna lift this up here just like that. Comes off very easy. And the way they did it was kind of genius. What I'm gonna do is put this here first. Smash those guys. I'm gonna flip it here and just show you. This piece right here is like a small groove that's sticking out. It lines up underneath this rooftop. So it's actually really easy to line up. So in case you're like, where does it fit? Where does it fit? You'll find a little hole under here and you just slide it in there. I think it's a great idea, man. It saves time and it's easy to position the roof back on top of this. Now the difference here is the rooftop and the Oxford block is disconnected from the second floor. So this comes off in layers. This one, you just take the whole roof piece top off. So this is the part where it's very different from the Oxford one. The Oxford is on several plates, one set you build together. This one actually splits apart, but it's being held down by Technic pins. It can be really hard to get them in there. So I only use 2 on the end, and the inside parts are just held down by studs. It seems to be just fine like that for me. So how you take it apart? You go like this, and we're gonna just kind of pull it like that, and pull the side like that, and go. Just half a set. Whee! We can go in there much easier. So that is very different already. And I kind of like this because now I can get in there. I can kind of admire it from this angle. The friends can come over and they can split it apart. If you try to put all 4 Technic pieces like in the holes here and here, if you try to connect it together, you might be pushing walls apart. I'm pretty comfortable with just using the end ones and they'll connect just fine. You come into the front door and there's the umbrella stand, got a telephone, a nice little cabinet there and a little floor mat to step on up into this area. So this is the front door back here and you can kind of walk down the hallway and you can see there's nothing there. There is an orange door here that goes into the bathroom. This is really loose, by the way. The doors, yeah, they're all kind of like that. That's the only bummer. And you go into the bathroom. The cool thing about the toilet is that it's the Japanese style, my favorite. You can push the button to squirt your butthole and clean that butt. Every one of you should have one of those toilets in your bathroom, trust me, man. It's an amazing thing. It is a little bit small, but thankfully the wall splits off here so you can get in there. And there's just a small little window right there. I'm going to show you the other side of the wall because there's actually this piece here that when you close it off, it's actually part of that room. I guess I kind of have to flip to this side of the room now so you can see this. So this is actually a continuation. When you see it from a top-down view, it makes a little bit more sense. But anyway, this is after you take your poop, you come in here and you wash your hands. Now, I was telling this to Chris earlier. This is the only room that I felt was a little bit high. The counter is like really high. The figures stand there, they're like just touching the countertop with their head. That was kind of odd. This green thing was a washing machine. And I'm like, now I can tell what it is here because it's printed. You got a towel there and it's the same fish print that we saw in the last set. You got a sink there, a mirror, some towels. Great. This right here is probably the smallest room ever. Can't get your hand in there, but that is the bathtub area. You open the door, you go inside. Looks like one of those places where you can get the whole room wet. Doesn't matter where you are. They have the bathtub there, towel, mirror on the wall, and a little sink. That looks like a little bucket to pour water on yourself. That's pretty crazy like this, right? If you're gonna play this with your kids, brother can play with this side and sister can play with this side. No fighting, kids. Here is another sliding door. That same feature we saw, great. But you come into this room here, this might look very familiar to you guys because this is the same type of living room that we saw before. The other one, however, has much more detail to it, whereas this one doesn't have as much detail. It's the same color floor, same color table. The TV is the same, but the TV does not have the brick built button inside. It's a very simple plain TV stand there. And this room actually has a back counter. There's no toys there. It just has some flowers. It's like a mirror and some books on the corner, and there's the fish and the clock. See, it's the same kind of fish. I guess they like fish, right? Okay, on this side of the wall, it's very similar. It's got the same tile. Yes, you got the Godzilla with the butt right there. Nice. Same flower on the windowsill and a painting of a flower on the wall, so that's different. Oh, the tiles are a little bit different on the table, like fork and spoon and pizza. Oh, dude, pizza sounds really good right now, man. Now we leave the living room and you come to this area, which is just like the cabinet. So this is connecting to the next part of the house. Just to show you guys, this is the first room. It would go like, I guess, yeah, it kind of matches like that. Different color on the windows there. The living room on top of a living room. Inception style. That's what it would look like. It's almost the same. It's not as big. So you can certainly use more of the items here and throw it down into there. Yeah, we're in the kitchen now. So this orange door right here is the one that connects to the hallway. And the kitchen is probably like my favorite area. I think it looks pretty cool there. You got the table in the middle. Now the chairs are really different. They're actually on clips. So it's like clipped down. Oh, that's nice for a change. It's not like your standard chair, so they're not gonna slide all over the place and they're not on studs. Clip your chairs to the floor. What a great idea. Here's another one of those sliding doors. This one will go into another room, which we'll see soon. And let's look at the details of the kitchen. Okay, so here's the refrigerator. Doesn't really look like a fridge, but I love the fact that it has the, you know, you can open it up. I need to cut my fingernails again so fast. At least I can grip these things and be like, yeah, I can open the refrigerator doors. There's not much inside. There's a couple of drinks there, but it's a nice touch that you can open and close that. And it has some little post-it notes there. So over there we got the stove. Yeah, nice design, very cartoony looking, and you got the vent up here. That's just a nice little touch right there. Oh, look, I just surprised myself. Oh, look at that. The stove can open. What about that? Nice thinking. It's the little things that count. Over here, it looks like we got the rice cooker. I had to feel it there because I was like, whoa, it looks kind of three-dimensional. Oven? Yeah. Microwave? Steamer? So on the back wall, you got a picture of a house, and the other one looks like some pockets to your organization. The window here in the kitchen is actually pushed sideways, and that can open and close. That's a great idea. So put your window sideways in there, sets. Makes it look like more fun. So that was the kitchen for you. Very nice. What's the last room? Ooh, the bedroom. Now it's kind of a little bit disappointed because there's nothing here on the floor, but it's just like printed blanket tiles down there. I would have liked to seen a little bit more, but the back of the room has this closet, so there is space to put stuff inside. There's nothing in there. And there's a sign up on the wall, which I know what that says, but I'm gonna leave that for you guys. Whoever wants to translate that, go ahead, because you might have a good laugh once you find out what that really means. Other than that, there's nothing else in this room. However, from the other half, because it connects together like so, if I go woo and flip this back, other side over here and go dang, 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 dang. This side is like the makeup table, a bunch of drawers, and the cabinet. So you have to kind of connect this and look at it from a bird's eye point of view to appreciate that room, because it's like a wall that's connected to here. Kind of clever at the same time, you know, because it kind of maximizes more space here, and they didn't leave that blank. It could have been a blank wall and it wouldn't have mattered, but it's nice that they did fill that up. So when you go like this, it's like, oh, now that all makes sense. So what I'm talking about earlier is like when you try to connect this all together, like the walls here might want to collapse and pop off. So it's just easier to use one Technic piece in there, which see, it doesn't want to go in. So you're going to be like fighting with it, going, oh. This side we're going pretty easy, like that. Push the studs in. You hear it clear, click, click, clickety, click. Let's see if I can get this one in finally. There we go. Connect this stud here. And before we go up to the second floor, just to show you, if I lift it up right there, it's fine. I mean, you can put the other two studs here to hold it secure, but I'm like, it's pretty okay. Look, I'm being dangerous now. Oh, I can hear it kind of popping off. But, you know, if you hold it with two hands, don't hold it with one hand. You should be A-okay like that. And, you know, don't push on the outside walls like I just did, because those will come off too. But if I were to put it all together like that, and if I hold it up like this, I can show you guys like that. The cookies fell off, but just to show you this kind of angle right here, that looks pretty cool, right? It's like, yeah, nice, a lot of room, so it is a lot bigger than the other set. You can see for sure all the multiple plates underneath there. Just remember, this thing splits in the middle. So unlike Oxford, this rooftop is separate, but this is actually built into the second floor. If I flip it sideways like that or underneath, this is a groove right here that I mentioned about that connects to the first floor. That's where you find where the tile fits inside. I like that. It holds your hand a little bit. So the rooftop comes off here and goes boop. Nothing special about this rooftop except for this right here. The same deal. You have a little groove there and a groove here. That's how you kind of like, you can feel it and go, oh, that's where it is. Oh, that's how it's centered. The Oxford one is actually a little bit trickier because like, oh, I'm not quite sure and you might miss the mark there. But anyway, there's the rooftop. So despite the set being like super, super big, because it slants in and it goes into the second floor, this second floor is like super small, man. So all the fun stuff we just saw underneath, there's not much going on here. This is the stairs that came up from the first floor, but there's no way to go down. It's like totally blocked off. So it's just an illusion that you come up here and it's a very, very small hallway. Whereas the Oxford one used this entire piece as a hallway. They closed this off here. And let's go into this blue room first. Loose orange door again, very similar to the other set. Okay, so I gotta admit, this floor is a little bit the same, but they use big tiles, man, like big pieces to like cover up the flooring. They cheated there. And I think I mentioned last time in the other set, oh, they closed it off to make it look like a closet. But this one, they actually have room inside. Like there's nothing inside here, but at least you got, you know, a storage area there. And there is the back wall cabinet. And it's kind of weird, the back cabinet. There's a little bit of a gap there. There's the desk, where's the chair? It's okay, they just kind of gave up on this floor. I think there's like, they don't need anything else. We got everything on the bottom floor that they can use. There's an ABC tile there for the school work and a lamp. There is a balcony here, and the same deal with a sliding door. And there's a little area that you can put your character there if you want to. I'm gonna swing to the side here and show you that there's another little balcony here. The doors don't open up though. Why? They couldn't make a sliding door there probably. It's just like window pieces. But now, with that, we can go inside this room, another bedroom, and there's nothing in here except, if I go, it's like another cabinet. They kind of just lost it here, I think. I'm like, oh, why didn't they put more stuff inside here? Maybe this is what the cartoon really is like nothing inside. But the good thing is, instead of leaving this back place as a little hallway, they transformed this area into a little closet. So that is kind of a nice touch. You can open that up and put some stuff in there. And it looks like it has a pink box inside. So even though the second floor is pretty plain, you got some figures to fill it up with. Let's take a look at the minifigures that come with this thing. You got Crayon Shin Chan, totally different. I absolutely love this one because he's sitting down in a child pose and he's just like in his pajamas and he can sit on a stud. And this is his baby sister who's in like crawling mode, the little bib on there with the frog. Yo, I love it. And the fact that they are not like figures is okay with me, you know, because they do kind of look like they're animated or anime style. The mom is exactly the same as the other set, so she remains the same. The dad, on the other hand, is new and he has a little bit of stubs as his beard, but very cool. You know, you got the whole family there. You know why? There's so much wasted space here. I kind of wish they just expanded on that a little bit because this is very similar to the other set. But in the cartoon, I kind of looked at some Google images like of this area. I don't really see this part, so I think this one was like kind of like that one. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Well, we're gonna find out right now. We're gonna compare the two. So you ready for this? Keeppley versus Oxford block. This is it. This is what you've been waiting for. You're gonna pay double for this one or you're gonna pay less for this one? Which one do you guys like better? If you're not in it for the money, you can see for yourself. You gauge it with your own eyes. You see, they're kind of like the same floor plan, but they are very different along the front here. The Oxford post box is different. The garage is different. This garage is very flimsy and it has no back wall, whereas this one, or side wall, whereas the Keeppley one does. When I asked Chris to look at this and I looked at it, we like the Oxford one, right? Or do you like the Keeppley one? See, this is the thing, right? For the outlook, for the style and the cartoon, I kind of like Oxford one better. This one is kind of like crazy with the windows and the design look at the front door. This one feels more like you're in Japan. Yeah, so it's a color thing too. This one feels like it's got a lot of rainbow splashed into it. This one's more dumbed down, simple, minimalistic. So if you're into interior, I think Keeppley's gonna be the one. If you're into the overall outlook and you don't want it to be that big, I mean, it's still considerably big. I and Chris prefer the Oxford one right away. But here, let's just look at the side here. Go like that. You can see how much more depth the Keeppley one is. It goes out much farther, so it's got a lot bigger room on the inside. The Oxford one is tiled on that garage, but no wall here. Yeah, I like the side of this one better, the windows. I know you can see more. I guess it doesn't have a wall there. Okay, now we'll turn to the back here and go like this. Right, very similar there. However, the Oxford one is brick wall. That's what I like. So I think it's just winning me over for the simple style of this one. It's weird though, you're paying less for this one, but it's much bigger. But with the rooftop, it's like almost exactly the same, man. I wonder if Keeppley and Oxford are gonna be watching this video and be like, how dare they? No, but ours is different. It's okay. What does this classify as? And then the animation company's going, ha ha ha, they are both licensed. They bought from us. They can both do it together. Or are they both happy that they did it together? Or am I crazy for having two of these in the office right now? So tell you what, I'm probably gonna most likely keep the Oxford one. So if you guys are interested in Keeppley, or you even wanna save more budget and you would like to buy this specific one that I'm showing you right now in the video, you know, email Ida, first come, first serve. I'm more than happy to sell this one. This one I'll probably just keep for myself just because I'm an Oxford fan. But Keeppley is pretty high up there too. So, you know, oh man, tough decision, guys. Now I'm gonna try to split this apart. Almost the same, different underneath. Can we put the Keeppley one here? Oh no. It's too short on this one. It's bigger for sure on this one. Yeah, I better not do that. But there you go. The rooftops are very similar and the antennas are pretty much the same. But one's going up and the other one's going sideways, or you can make them the same. Oxford one comes off, so the rooftop stays here. There's the Oxford block room. Let's see if I can line these guys up. See, this is the thing. Is it the floor plan from the original anime? Or are they just like stealing from each other? Chris, what do you think? Too close?
Too close.
Too close.
But you know, the more I'm looking at this comparison, I think the Oxford one is way better.
See, Oxford. Yeah, see, Chris is liking the Oxford one a lot more. Even though it's more simple and plain, right? Okay, so we'll move this out of the way. So the Oxford one comes off like that. We know the Keeppley one is attached. You could take the Keeppley one off, but it's like all studs underneath. It's very tight. Well, how am I gonna do it like that? Okay, I'll flip out both like this. This is the only time I'm gonna do this, right? So you guys are gonna have to zoom in on both to see which one you think is better. You guys can study and look at this thing. Now the staircase is different. The Oxford one actually does kind of go into the other room, and it's like 2 floors as it goes up, whereas the Keeppley one here, it's on this side, it's all mirrored, is 1. And you can see it's like a shrunk version, whereas the Keeppley one is extended out more. So Chris, which one is the winner? See, the bottom floor of the Keeppley one is pretty good.
Inside, Keeppley.
Inside, interior, Keeppley wins. Exterior, I'm more for the Oxford style. I like the fact that the Keeppley one can split apart, but I'm not a fan of it at the same time, the way it does, putting in the Technic pieces. Chris was watching me destroy all the walls just now. That was a little bit okay, but it's all entirely up to you guys. You have 2 options. You're probably gonna be better off getting the Keeppley one, if I have to be really honest, because the Oxford one does cost a lot more. It's only available in Korea. We have a couple of them here in stock. People have been buying those from us, which I really do appreciate if you're a fan of that. And now you have the option of Keeppley, unless Oxford block is going to go after Keeppley for saying it's too close, but ain't no touching them. You see, look, see how fast that came off? If you had the other 2 pins, it'd be tighter, but as I have mentioned, it's hard to put back on. Before I forget, Oxford one actually has minifigures, but it's all stored away right now. I put them all away. And I lost a cookie just now. So if you buy the set from us, you're missing a piece of cookie. I don't know where it went. Just go for whichever one you like. I personally like this one just a little bit better, even though it's more minimalistic on the inside. A lot of you like interior stuff. It's very difficult. If you're on a budget, you got no choice. You have this one. So there's a lot of stuff here on the table. it is now time for dimensions. We're gonna start here with Crayon's living room. I'm gonna kind of just slap it right wherever on this plate. So, you know, break out your base plate so you can see your own dimensions. You can see this is for your city or your diorama. All right, so from here to here, that is around 20 studs by length. Now if I go over here to the side, it actually sticks out back here a little bit. And that is around 16 studs, more or less there. Now break out your 1x4 bricks and check the height. I'm gonna put it right there. Oh look, it's just shy of that, a little bit more, but that is roughly around 10 bricks in height. So the bus, if I go boop, 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 boop. The bus is about 18 studs that way, you know, including the bumper, just to give you a visual idea right there. And it is by about, it's kind of like 8 studs. Maybe it sticks out a little bit more, so it's like 9. For those of you that like a bird's eye view, there you go. I have a road plate, I'm just too lazy to get it. So stack up the brick here, by here. Oh, it's right there, it's like pretty close to that. That is about 8 bricks in height. Now, on to the big boy. This house is so big, you need 2 base plates to show you, just to give you an idea. I put the 2 together there. Now, because this house kind of slants, I had to kind of guess it right there. But looking at this way, you're looking at about 54 studs by length. If I swing this bad boy and go like, whee! And put it here again, right there. It is around like 41 right there. That's big, man. Don't forget, the thing can split apart. So, you know, I guess you can like split it apart and mirror it that way, but then the second floor won't fit on top. Time for the height. Okay, I gotta figure out how to stack this up here because the antenna is the tallest part right there. If I was to put it here, it's kind of very close to my eyes, touching there. That is around 34 bricks in height. Is it taller than this one? Oh, yes, it is taller than the Oxford one. So there you go, that's your dimensions. The moment has come, you guys. We're gonna drop this. I think it's going to survive all 3 of these, including Big Boy. Ready? So if you don't like me dropping stuff, skip this part. If you want to see what it's going to look like when you accidentally drop the set, then carry on. Yo, this thing is a beast. Now I gotta admit, the rooftop is probably holding everything down. Nothing moved. One drawer fell out, so the drawer is a little bit loose on my set. Might be better for yours. And then if I take this piece off here, absolutely nothing fell out. Oh, it looks like a piece of tile, like one of the toys came out. The house is totally fine. Well, the other rooms that we saw earlier, the bus, the mirror just fell off, but it was easy to put back on one piece. The room totally survived, just a small piece just flew off that come off, except the wall did get a little bit loosened up there. Look how easy that was to fix, you guys. All done. Let's go home. Whoa! So this may have been a long video. I hope you stuck with me till the end. It was a lot of fun to do it, so I hope you guys get a good comparison. I'm seeing a lot more companies trying to do this kind of thing, whether or not it's good or bad. I don't know, let me know what you think in a comment. I'm fine with it, man, as long as it's licensed. Everyone can hold hands and be happy and do this together. If you guys are into Crayon Shin Chan or just want a little bit more of a Japanese theme, all 3 of these are available on Brickmeupscottie.com. Thank you so much for all your love, support on the channel, and supporting the store. You guys are absolutely amazing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, you guys, break me out! Oxford! Keeppley! Which one? See, Chris is so fast, I don't even have to say what I'm going to shoot. He knows what I'm going to point at next. Sheesh. Wow. It's going up the ladder, yo. Someone getting jealous? Who's getting jealous?